Hey guys, this is AGATHA ACHINDU again. Welcome back. Today I'm talking about something that's very close to my heart. I want to read a label, which for those of you who followed me for a while or been to any of my workshops, you know we've talked about this. This is a label. Again, I cut the packaging because it's not about a particular brand. I don't care. It's any food for kids, we have to be particular. So it is, the dish is turkey, gravy and carrot. And I want to read the label for the ingredients for the mashed potato. So it's mashed potato, gravy, carrot and turkey or chicken. And with my glasses I'm going to try to make the mashed potato. It has water, potato, non-fat milk, butter, cream, potassium chloride, salt, lipolyzed butter oil, natural flavors, sodium phosphorate, citric acid. That's part one. That's just the thing to make the potato, the mashed potato. So I am going to teach you how to make your mashed potato with real ingredients. We have potato, we have milk, and we have butter. You can add a little bit of salt if you want. Again, this is food for a 12-month-old. If you think that we are expecting our kids to be resilient and resistant to something like coronavirus or any other viruses that's out there, they need to be eating food that's nourishing to their system. So I am going to start cooking the potato, and then we are going to talk about the gravy and also the chicken or turkey. I mean, you can use either chicken or turkey. I really just want to bring attention to the ingredients that's used. So we'll go through the label. But this is a pound. It's one large potato, and I am going to steam the potato with about half a cup of water, and then add milk and butter. Again, you can add a bit of salt if you want, but for a 12-month-old, if you're going to do any added salt, let it be good quality salt, like sea salt. Potato is already washed. So let me bring this and I'll put my water. And so, true story, this particular pot, this is the pot that I use to cook for my youngest, who is 15 today. I used to make all his food in this pot. Memories. I am going to let the potato simmer, just steam gently for about 10 to 15 minutes until it's soft, and then I will, use my ricer and make the mashed potato. But let's talk about the chicken. Let me see for the chicken. And this is what we are going to use for our gravy for your precious baby. A bit of flour, some fresh thyme, onion, a little bit of butter. You can use butter or you can use olive oil. And the next thing in the dish is carrot, and it says here yeast extract, natural flavors. And on natural flavors, you can go to the USDA website or the FDA or Department of Agriculture and pull up natural flavors. They have over 3,000 ingredients that falls under that word natural flavors. So it can be anything when it says natural flavors. But for our chicken, which I have diced, we are going to cook it using broth. That's it, homemade broth. And again, if you add salt to your food or the food that you want to give your kid, you can add a little bit. But homemade broth by itself is good, or you can buy organic broth from the market. Just make sure it's low sodium. So this particular dish has over 40 ingredients there. This is the food. This is something that is made for a 12-month-old. If you're not making your own food at home, please take the time to read the label. Anything that sounds so out of reach, something that you can pull in your own pantry at home, look it up. Google, like, what is this ingredient? Because the life and the health and the future of your kids really does depend on this. And especially now more than ever, right? So I'm just going to cook the chicken so I can put on this side, and then steam the carrot and make the gravy. So for our chicken, quite simple, about 2 cups of broth, and again I'm putting so much water, so much of the broth, because I want, when this cooks, for it to be very moist, so it can literally just fall apart. So just be mindful, take your time, read labels if you're not making food at home. But it's cheaper, it tastes better, it's healthier for your baby if you can afford to do it. I know for sure that not everybody have the time to do it, or the expertise. For those of you who have the time and you don't know how, I'm here to help, because it truly does take a village. It does. As a mother, my heart breaks every time when I look at some of these labels, and I can imagine how we have to trust the fact that if something is in the store on the shelf, that is good for us, but that's not true. Right? While the chicken and potato are cooking, I am just going to steam the carrot. And I love using a steam above it. You don't have to. It just retains more nutrients if the food, like little carrots like this, is not buried in water. So I'm going to drop that. Again, this is a cup of diced carrot. Again, we're talking about a 12-month-old, so I diced it little, and I'll just let it steam. 5 minutes, that should be done. And I cover. So that's that. This has been cooking for about 20 minutes. They are diced really small, the chicken. So I think it's ready. You can see the chicken. This is what you normally would see in a lot of the packages, right? This again, I cook this in broth. Nothing else, no added salt, because broth has a bit of salt. I mean, it adds so much flavor. I am going to put this on the side and then make the gravy for the chicken. All right, so now I'm going to make the mashed potato. And I've just done everything together so you have an idea of the time it takes. Like, you can do this at home. Cook the carrot on the side, make your gravy, cook your chicken, and then make the mashed potato. Again, you can do this using, you can use your little blender, but I am using a ricer. And I have had this ricer, just like the steaming basket, for over 15 years. So I put my potato in. And I just press it through. Talk about easy mashed potato, right? And with the mashed potato, it's one large potato, which I think about a pound. So you can make as much or as little. And the last one. So I am going to put that back in the pot. Add the butter. Add and there you have it. So this is the final product. Sometimes it makes you just wonder why most commercial food would use so many ingredients, unnecessary ingredients. So today I made mashed potato, chicken, gravy, and carrots. When I look at the label here, the mashed potato, which is in here, use 13 ingredients. A lot of these ingredients are synthetic ingredients, mind you. Our mashed potato is potato, water, milk, and butter. That's it, 4, right? For the gravy, counted. To make the gravy, they use 23 ingredients. Keep in mind that this is food that is made for a 12-month-old baby. 23 ingredients to make gravy. Look at our gravy. Look at the gravy here. They actually added caramel color. Why is that even necessary? I'm not sure. But with our gravy, it's butter, garlic, onion, olive oil, flour, and the broth from the chicken. That's the gravy. 5 or 6 ingredients compared to 23. And our carrot is gently steamed. Please just invite parents you know to keep an eye on my channel. I would help as much as I can with where we are today, regardless whether it's today, tomorrow. Our children need nourishing food for them to fully thrive. They are not like adults. For an adult, we eat to maintain, but kids, they eat for development because they are still growing. So your child, honestly, at the end of the day, is only as good as the nutrients that they have.